Hello, hello everyone. So as I promised, am I audible? Can anyone tell me? Is there anyone? Am I audible? Am I audible? Can anyone tell me? Yes, people are joining now. Am I audible? Okay, so let people join and then I'll start. So as you know, the topic of today's video is DELF examination. About DELF A2 examination, I'm going to talk about, especially the speaking test. I'm going to talk about this in speaking test, oral. Okay. So just let me know that am I audible or not. Anyone can please message me, can comment. Hi, Priti Gupta. So I hope I am audible to you guys. So many a times my student ask me, ma'am, what about the speaking test? Because in writing we know what to write. Like in DELF examination, there are two topics you are going to get. Okay, and one will be creative writing and one will be the letter writing, mostly the reply of a letter. This is your speaking test. Yeah, this is your writing test in DELF examination. But today's video I'm going to talk about only DELF examination, speaking test, orals, how they are going to conduct. So this is the sample paper of DELF A2. This is the sample paper I have. Okay, I'll give you the link of this sample paper in the description of this video. Okay, so mostly the DELF examination conducted in 4 parts. That is, first your listening. Listening will be around 25 minutes test, and the marks carry listening part is 25 points. Then comes your reading compréhension des écrites, reading, that will be around for 30 minutes. Then comes your production écrite, that is your writing part, which will go for 45 minutes, and you'll get 2 topics to write. And then comes your speaking test. For speaking test, they will give you individual timings. Okay, once you register for the DELF examination, after the registration, just 1 week before the examination, you will get your schedule for speaking and for writing. Writing and listening part is conducted in one day, and mostly all the people, all the students, all the candidates get the same time for reading and writing. For speaking, you will get individual timings. Okay, so for individual timings, the preparation time before your speaking starts, you will get a preparation time. That preparation time is for 10 minutes. And once your speaking examination starts, that time it takes around 6 to 8 minutes to complete your speaking test. Okay, in that you will get individual interaction with the examiner. Individual interaction, that can happen with the 2 examiners or with one examination. That depends upon your center. Okay, now, so what kind of preparation you need? The 10 minutes they are going to give you the for the preparation time. What is that actually, for what? So basically, in speaking test, you have 3 parts. Speaking test, oral examination, DELF A2 oral examination is conducted in 3 parts. Okay. In the first part, you have Anthratiya dirige. We call Anthratiya dirige. That is a guided interview. Guided interview, Anthratiya dirige. In that part, the examiner will ask you some questions, some basic questions. They will start, sometimes they will start directly with, tell me about yourself, présentez-vous. Okay, so you have to talk about yourself. Okay, you have to be prepared with your présentez-vous question, because 90% chances are there that they will start the conversation with this. Okay, so first you have to talk about yourself. Then the most basic questions about in A2 DELF A2 is like qu'est-ce que vous faites le week-end, what do you do in weekends, or qu'est-ce que vous avez fait pendant la week-end, what have you done in weekends. Okay, then what about your studies? They will ask about your studies. If you are working professional, maybe they will ask you few questions about your work profession. Then they will ask you about your family members, uh, about your house, where do you stay. They will basically, they want to know whether you are able to talk about yourself and surroundings or not. Okay, so be prepared with these answers about yourself. What is your, first of all, présentez-vous, what tell me about yourself, your likes and dislikes, your about your study, about your studies, about your work environment, about your vicinity, about your neighborhood. Okay, you have to know about that, how to tell about these things. Okay, and then they will talk about your family members. They may ask you, sometimes they may ask you this question, who is your ideal person in your life, whom you admire a lot, who is your ideal. So that kind of questions they can ask. What others, what else, I made a video on this also. Okay, if you want, you can go in DELF A2 playlist in my channel. So in that playlist you will get all the questions. I sorted out some questions, and what kind of questions, what are the possible questions they can ask you. Those questions I listed over there, so you can go over there, you can check over there. Okay, so prepare your questions, prepare your answers beforehand, and practice it every day, minimum 30 minutes in front of a mirror. Okay, so that you can gain the confidence. Okay, because you have to have your convincing power in your eyes. If you are not confident, it shows in your eyes. So you have to be confident when you are talking in French, when you are telling. So if you do mistakes also, now if you are confident enough, they will forgive you. But if you are telling correct, though you are not confident, you are underconfident, that time you might lose. You have to make a eye contact with the examiner basically. Okay, they are not going to throw a lot of questions to you. They will just check whether you are able to cope up with the questions or not. Suppose if you are talking about yourself. Okay, for example, I'm saying j'aime lire les livres, I love to read the books. So next possible questions they are going to ask me, that who is your favorite author, what is your favorite book, what is the name of your favorite book, or they can ask you which is the book right now you are reading, or what is the last book you have read. So these kind of possible questions. So when you are talking about your likes and dislikes, be sure that what could be prepared, what could be the next question. Okay, because whatever you are going to tell about yourself, they will throw questions, they will take out the question from your sayings only, from your description only, what you, how you describe yourself. They are going to ask questions on that only. They are not going to ask you question here and there. Okay, they will ask what you are saying. So be sure what you are saying, be prepared what you are saying, because what will be the possible next questions, you have to be prepared with that. So that is your entretien dirigé. They will ask you few questions and you have to answer them. Okay, and if you don't know the answer, okay, suppose in the worst situation you don't know the answer, you can say directly, say madame, je ne sais pas, désolé madame, je ne sais pas. See, if you don't know the answer, if you honestly don't know the answer, you understood the question but you don't know the answer. Okay, or if you are not able to, you freeze at that time, suppose. Okay, you know the answer but you are not able to speak up. Just say je ne sais pas madame, désolé. So in that way you are just conveying a message, you are giving a message to the examiner that okay, I understood your question but I'm not able to answer it. But that is the worst situation, and that is the lastest option for you. Okay, if you are not able to make it, then that time you have to say it. Now agar if they are asking you question and you are not able to, you understood the question but you're not sure, so what you can do that time, you can say, madame, pouvez-vous répéter s'il vous plaît? What you have to say? Pouvez-vous répéter s'il vous plaît? Can you please repeat yourself? Or you can say, est-ce que vous pourriez répéter s'il vous plaît? Est-ce que vous pourriez répéter s'il vous plaît? In that time, the examiner will reframe the question. They are not going to change the question. They will reframe the question for you. Okay, that time, so you, in that situation, what happened, but don't do this thing, don't do again and again. Okay, once or twice you can do. So in this trick, what happens, you will get time to think. Okay, and you will be sure like what the question she is asking, she or he is asking to you. So two things will happen, but don't do every time. Okay, in the examination for 5 6 to 8 minutes, you can ask twice, once or twice, this thing. Pouvez-vous répéter s'il vous plaît? Okay. Désolé madame, je ne sais pas, that is the lastest option I'm telling you. Okay, so this is your first part of your speaking examination. Anthratiya dirige, guided interview, like they will ask you the question and you are going to answer them. Now comes the monologue suivi. Monologue suivi, this is the second part of the examination. Monologue, as you know, monologue, what is monologue? You are going to get a question and you have to talk about that. So monologue suivi we say. So in Alliance Francaise site CIEP, you will get this document. If you don't have it, I'll give you the link in the description of this video. You can get this. So in this particular document, you will get 15 monologue topics. Okay, there are 15 monologue topics. You can see here. So these are the topics for your monologue. My suggestion would be prepare your monologues one by one. Okay, keep a notebook and write all your monologues. And if you are working, if you are preparing your DELF examination under certain trainer, you can ask them to check your answers. Okay, what happened at the time of examination, on the day of your examination or 2 or 3 days before examination, you can read them thoroughly. Okay, if you write in one notebook all the topics, you can reread them, so you will not get, you are not going to be scattered before the examination, like some topics are written in different books, some topics are written in different book. No, keep them, pile them up in one notebook, so that before the examination you will not get confused where I wrote which thing. Okay, now whenever you get monologue, you will get certain set of questions. Okay, so here the topic of monologue is logement, and they gave me certain questions. Okay, so in examination, you are going to be you are going to get two topics. Okay, they will give you two topics and you have to choose between those two topics, one topic. Okay, you have to, they will give you a chit, a kind of chit. Okay, you have to pick out two topics, you have to read them topics, and whichever is comfortable for you, you can take one and just keep aside the second one. Okay, now once you take your monologue topic, keep it with yourself. Okay, then again the third part of the examination, that is called Anthratiya, exercise on Anthratiya. This is your kind of jeu de role play situation. Okay, exercise on Anthratiya. So in that also, they will give you two choices, they will give you two chits. You have to take you have to read them. They will give you time, 2 to 3 minutes time to read them out, and you just take one whichever comfortable for you, and the second part you have to keep it over there. So now in my hand, in your hand, in the candidate's hand, you have two chits. One is for monologue and one is for jeu de role play, interaction. Okay, interaction. So two topics you will get. You will get 10 minutes preparation time for this. Okay, you are going to get 10 minutes preparation time for your monologue and for your jeu de role play. Use this 10 minutes wisely. Okay, you have to use these 10 minutes very carefully, because this 10 minutes gone in like anything. Okay, so what you have to do, once you once you choose your topics, okay, now your 10 minutes start. Okay, for choosing there is no time limit. Okay, of course you have to read them and you have to decide in 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, once you will chosen your topics, once you choose your topics, monologue and interaction, now your 10 minutes start. They will give you a rough paper. Okay, in that rough paper you can write your whatever comes in your mind. So suppose I get the topic logement. As I told you, the first topic was logement. Took a topic of logement. Okay, now here they will give you certain set of questions. Okay, what you have to do during the examination, I'm telling you, use that 10 minutes wisely. Okay, what you can do over there, just read the questions. Okay, they will give you the set of questions, read the questions and answer your those questions. Just answer in a sequence. Okay, don't write all the sentences, the complete sentences. It will you will waste your time then. So just write the bullet points. Okay, whatever the questions they gave you, just write the bullet points of the answer, the answers you write in the bullet points, so that in examination, during the examination in front of the examiner, you are not going to get confused. You can take a reference and you can frame your sentence. Okay, so don't write the full sentences over there. First, this tip from my side. Second tip I will give you, that uh, don't go suppose just write your answer in simple way, as simple as you can write. Okay, don't go in the deeper and deeper. They are asking where do you live, où habitez-vous, j'habite à Thane. Now don't try to evaluate your answer. What you should do, actually, just divide your answer. Suppose they are asking you one question, où habitez-vous, so write your for one question, try to write two sentences. Try to write not whole sentences, but write the bullet points. Okay, où habitez-vous, j'habite à Mumbai. Mumbai est ville on and. Okay, you can say, or any other thing, whatever you want to add. Okay, so try to write one for one question. Try to write answer. Try to write your answer in two different sentences, so that you can elaborate your monologue. Okay, and in monologue, whatever the certain set of questions they are giving you, try to include all those questions. Okay, if your monologue is about your logement and you are describing your vicinity, your neighborhood. Okay, so you are missing the main point. So whatever the questions are there in your monologue, try to cover them first and then you talk about here and there. Okay, if you're not answering the questions what is given in the monologue, and if you're talking about here and there, then you will lose your points. And again, examiner will are going to ask you the question if you miss any question from there. So first 5 minutes you have to invest in your monologue. How? You have to read the questions, try to write your answer in bullet points, try to write answers for one question, write two answers, so that you can elaborate your monologue. Okay, and then the next 5 minutes you have to invest in interaction, in dialogue preparation. Now in dialogue preparation in A2, mostly they give you dialogues between two friends or two colleagues. You will get, like, you are working professional and you want to organize a party in office, and you are just having a dialogue with your colleague. Or suppose if you want to go on a vacation, and you are getting confused with the idea where you should go, mountains or any beach. So you can have a conversation between friends, with your friends. You are getting an idea. Okay, or there are lots and lots of topics. There are 15 topics written over here only. Okay, so these 15 topics, your dialogues you can prepare. Now my suggestion would be, see, there are 15 topics they gave you in this document. I'll give you the link of this document in the description of this video. See here. So there are 15 topics to prepare. My suggestion would be, before your examination, okay, before your examination, write all the dialogues, as much as possible dialogues, minimum 10 pages of dialogue. Okay, write as much as dialogues you can write, and whatever situation comes in your mind, just write the dialogues. Okay, so that during the examination you need not to worry about the examiner, what the examiner is going to throw you the question. You have to be confident about yourself. So when the examination is going to happen, That time you just focus on your dialogues. If the situation is, suppose the situation is you want to go on vacation, and you want you have to talk to your friend, and you have to get an idea, like you are having a debate, for example, not debate exactly, you are having a conversation where you should go in the mountains or in the beach, at the beach, okay. So that time you just focus on your dialogue. During the examination, when you are getting 10 minutes preparation time, invest that time in your dialogue, okay. What examiner is going to tell, whatever dialogues you are going to write, that is not going to ask the examiner. So you have to invest in your dialogue, okay, so that you will make up your mind, like whether you want to go mountains or you want to go at the beach. Prepare your dialogue accordingly, okay. First thing. Second thing, don't write the both side dialogue again. Why? Because you are going to get only 10 minutes. First 5 minutes you should invest in your monologue. Next 5 minutes you should invest in your interaction, dialogue preparation. If you write both the parties dialogue, now you are not going to get enough time. And at the time of at the time of examination, before the examination, you are going to fumble. Okay, so just focus on your dialogue. Don't worry about the examination. At the time of examination, you are going to handle the situation. If you are not going to handle the situation, the examiner will help you. Okay, and believe me, taking examination for DELF A1 and A2, this is the pain for examiner, okay, because they have to take out the dialogue from the from the candidate, okay. So don't worry about that. Don't zip your mouth. One rule for a speaking examination: don't zip your mouth. If you zip your mouth, if you freeze, then of course you are not going to get the point. To get the point, you have to speak up. You speak up wrong, don't worry about this grammatical mistake, because everyone is going to get the everyone is going to do the grammatical mistake. That is why examiner is there, and that is why you are giving this test. So don't worry about the grammatical mistake. Of course it is going to happen, but speak up. The first rule for speaking examination is you have to speak up. If you are not able to get what the examiner is saying, you can say, "Pourriez-vous répéter s'il vous plaît?" You can say, "Madame, je ne comprends pas. Pouvez-vous répéter? Excusez-moi, madame, je ne comprends pas." Like this, je ne connais pas. If you don't know the answer, if honestly you don't know the answer, you can say, "Je ne connais pas, je ne sais pas." Je ne connais pas, we don't say, "Je ne sais pas," you can say. Okay. So this is about your speaking examination. First, they are going to ask you few questions about yourself, about your family, about your surroundings. Okay, and then the monologue will be there for monologue, and then dialogue preparation will be there. For monologue and dialogues, you are hi Deepika. For monologue and dialogue preparation, you are going to get 10 minutes preparation time. Okay, first 5 minutes you invest your monologue. In monologue you will get series of questions, answer them properly, okay. And don't write whole sentences. They are not, you are not going to get enough time that time. So just write your bullet points, and before that prepare yourself in such a way that you can frame your sentences. If you write bullet points, you can frame your sentences at the time of speaking examination. And then invest 5 minutes, rest 5 minutes you should invest in dialogue preparation. Okay, and this is your speaking test on DELF examination. If you have any other question, you can ask me now if you are live, or you can ask me in the comment box after this session. Okay, I'll try to answer them, and I'll try to help you out. About talking about the exam preparation book, the best book is, if you want a reasonable price book, the best book is Reosir DELF Other. If not, if you can invest more, then you can purchase this book, ABC Other DELF. This is the best book because it has 200 exercises, and believe me, this is the best book for DELF preparation if you can invest, because this book is little bit expensive. If you are from India, it is around 1400. So I give this books, letter writing topics to my students. So this book is really good. If you prepared from this book, na, you are not going to fail. They have plenty and plenty of exercises. But if you are prepared enough and you don't want to invest much on your DELF preparation book, you can purchase Reosir DELF Other. I'll give you the link for both the books, for Reosir also, from where you can buy, and this book link also I'll give you. If you can invest 1500, then you can purchase this book. And for DELF, for A2 exam, for A2, course preparation, if you want to do A2 course, not examination, for course, this is the book, recommended book, Saison book, which is Allianz is also following this book. So this first 7 chapters of this book are dedicated for A2, and last 3 chapters are for B1 level. Yes. Now, if you want, you can ask me the question related to DELF examination, DELF French examination. Deepika, you said hello. Yeah, hello. Hello, we say on phone. Huh? We say bonjour. Yes. Any question you want to ask? Anyone going to give examination in March, on 16th March? Because 2 of my students are going to give examination. Okay, so no questions. Anyway, good luck, guys. Okay, bon chance, bon courage, and I hope my this session helps you to prepare for DELF examination, especially the speaking test. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Good night.